Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expanded remarks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send him home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line, initial it twice.
Shadow Council, I invoke you. May our labors please you. I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also Ominiphus Hereward Drawn, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm Jerry Holkins, and I'm playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons with my friends. To my right, Dragonborn Narcissist, Dinar Blitzen, doesn't have a lot, energite levels are low.
Sick after E3.
You're sick after E3. You went to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, and did you have a big lunch? It was too big?
It was too big.
You had
okay.
too big a lunch?
It was too big.
Is there anything?
My tummy full.
Is there anything else that you would like to complain about?
No, if I can get a pillow for the game.
It's not a thing.
Can I get a pillow mid-game?
No. I almost called you Amy. That's not appropriate in this context. In this hallowed space. Who is that?
Oh.
She's dead.
Repping the natural world, Walnut, Dawn Grass, daughter of the Enclave, Panax, Anima. You gonna make the fart sound? That's.
Can you hear it?
I've been waiting for this.
I don't know.
I'm so glad we finally got to this part of the show.
Let's duel, as banjos do.
Does this connote victory?
What am I doing?
Yes!
What is this?
Keep doing that.
It's a victory of
I don't know what it's a victory of. Not your grandma.
Dignity.
Indeed. Rosie Beestinger, everybody, celebrate. Celebrate in your way.
Make that with your hands.
Yes. No. Cthulhu Straub, thank you so much. Thank you for making the time to come and play Dungeons & Dragons with us today.
It's just an honor.
No, and a privilege.
Next to you.
I like to be sat next to, so it's just something I do.
No, he is, and you tell me if I'm off on this, an aromatic gentleman. There's an experience.
Waft. Never sniff directly from the flask.
He emits a presence. Now,
like Christmas.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Listen, it's like this. When last we saw our heroes, they had taken a task. They had agreed to be, at least temporarily, the servants of an Elder Brian, deep below the haunted-ass city of Nemazir. Now, the process of Nemazir's creation had churned up massive chunks of the Underdark, where creatures like this hold sway. And it was deeply, deeply inconvenienced by a matrix of evil roots that had actually projected and pierced through the meat of the Elder Brain, making it somewhat unlike the creature that is described on the character sheet in the monster manual. If you look it up, these are really, really bad. Generally speaking, you don't get to see a creature like this when you're 4th level.
I looked up Elder Brian and I didn't find anything.
No. It should.
Like the Mormon stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But having managed the first of 3 roots, managing an iron golem with the use of clever prestidigitation, glowing genitals, just a variety of approaches that were able to deliver success. You backed that up with some revelatory meetings with a Minotaur servant of Walnut Dawngrass's order, the Enclave Panax Anima, or EPA.
Did we ever even bother to ask him his name?
I can tell it to you later.
Okay.
He screamed it as he died.
His own name.
Dead.
Yeah, I can hook it up, but no.
Jeffrey!
No, I had somebody on Twitter like, did we ever find out his name? And of course that person, I told them. But I mean, it's out of game.
I'll just dig through your mentions.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
go through Twitter
okay.
right now.
Yeah.
See you in 20 minutes.
You can feel confident that I have named important characters in this scenario. Now, having gone back down to the Elder Brain's chamber and then gone back up another magical mouse staircase into the third of 3 chambers, you entered what appeared to be a myconid commune of some kind. You could see them just standing up to their knees in raw sewage. Apparently for them, that's the equivalent of a buffet. Myconid of various sizes. Indeed, friendly young myconid offering up gifts to Dinar Blitzen.
Myconid, for the people at home, is a fancy word for mushroom person, right?
Yeah.
No, they're these jelly candies you get
exactly.
at the movie theater. They're red, green, and yellow.
Indeed. Shroomsman.
They're the greatest.
I hate them.
They
like
get in your
plenty.
teeth.
Listen,
and then
we're
you eat them again later.
never going to settle this. We could use the rest of the time of this show, and we would never get to the bottom of this one. There'll be an opportunity during table talk. But it is so. Indeed, they offered you up a wide-brimmed mushroom friend / hat. So imagine a broad, round hat, and the traditionally be made of wood. This time it's made out of a mushroom person. And there are, in fact, eyes on top of it that, when not asleep, have opinions about things that they express with the eyes. Something to consider. When last we saw our heroes, they had entered a final chamber. I would say a good 70% of this chamber is something you would call an eye of various kinds, surrounded by them, all focusing on the party as they enter. And indeed, the massive bulk of the fungus in here constitutes a single organism that has in fact grown up and around the entire chamber, and then around what you assume may be a root of some kind. Historically, there have been roots in the chambers that the Elder Brain has sent you to. There's no reason to believe that this is not also a root.
Great. So does anyone have any ideas? I look back and I look at the group, and I noticed Dinar's hat. But maybe just don't say anything about it. But I said, does anyone have any ideas about how to get to what's probably the root? Maybe without murdering the whole mushroom family?
I have the question, why do we care? We've been sent on this task. I mean, I like them. I like mushrooms as much as the next guy. But if they're in our way, and we can just mow them down and end this, who's to say we're doing a bad thing?
Are they even alive?
Back me up here.
This is something that I think you, Walnut, would agree with potentially, which is that destroying this final root, freeing this Elder Brian, and destroying Nemazir is kind of a big deal. These mushroom people, maybe they can help us destroy the root somehow. Who knows, if any of us can figure out a way to communicate with them, maybe there's a way that they can help us. But I think that destroying the root is more important than saving their lives.
I agree. And maybe they want that juice inside. Maybe they can't get in there because it's just those soft,
little
fungus
mushroom
limbs.
flippers.
It's not these people's fault that the Underdark got, that the Underdark was brought to this town.
Yeah.
Is that what our job is? Is that what we signed up for? Did you sign up for it? Let's just kill the mushroom families.
Didn't sign up for it, but
Nobody's saying we should kill a mushroom family. But
siding with a brain. This is like Coke siding with Pepsi. That makes sense.
what are those? They sound delicious.
One sounds better than the other.
Yeah, slightly better.
Yeah.
In taste tests.
Well, I mean, the way that Cthulhu looks at it is that we would have to do this anyway to get rid of Nemazir, right? I'm assuming you don't like Nemazir, Walnut. And had we discovered these roots on our own and sussed out that they are what's holding the city up, then we would have cut them, whether or not we knew there was a brain.
It's true. I am slightly haunted by what the Minotaur said.
Semi-haunted.
that my people's ancestral task was to fight illithids. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
that's
we are
great.
about to let, if I'm not mistaken, a big one
Right.
Yeah.
loose.
Plump.
But he
The
has,
final stage of one.
he does seem cool. So there's
Because
that.
he wants
He's a bro.
something.
Right. He's
Are
our
we?
bro.
Are we jumping to conclude? We don't know if we're gonna have to murder a bunch of monsters yet.
Well, Dinar,
We haven't talked to anyone or
So-
anything.
so
We just
as-
walk in a room and we're like, I guess we're gonna have to kill everyone.
Dinar's wearing that. That's what I was saying.
Can you use the hat, Dinar, to communicate with the mushroom, the myconids?
That's a good hat.
It's a nice hat. I
you-
mean, they're all complimenting me.
Can you think something at them and
know,
hear a
can I?
reply?
Try.
Think.
That's what Dinar thinks.
Honestly, you know what? I was gonna be mad, like as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master. I was gonna be like, you need to fucking commit. But you know what? That's what Dinar would do.
I gotta
Think,
plan
think.
something. Plan.
Yeah. Plan.
gonna hit 'em.
You. So you hold the brim and really focus your intellect through this, fungal dish. You can feel the hat trying to adjust itself and get just a little more comfortable on your head nubbins, but you're not receiving any particular signal. Something novel for your purpose, Cthulhu, is that this room, and this is very convenient, obviously, this room appears to be. There's the ceiling of it is the sky.
I can see some of these constellations.
Yeah, it is. By any sense that you can leverage, you are in a place, surrounded by these new friends.
Mm-hmm.
What you've come to believe are friends, and right from the top of that root structure, that central column, just the dome of the sky. And it's an incredible comfort to you also to be so close to the forest, even in this haunted subterranean place. The canopy, the inviting safety of the tree canopy over the top of this room is definitely putting you at ease. And likewise,
This is okay.
you can see the stone towers of the monastery reaching off in the distance. You can see them rising up. And you know that with only 10 minutes walk, you would be back in a place of safety where you knew every person by name.
Oh shit.
Sometimes you want to go.
Oh shit.
What does he say?
What do I see?
You see a gigantic Dinar Blitzen looking down the way that a person might look at a box of chocolates, just like reaching out toward Cthulhu, and then no, reaching out toward.
His fantasy is just eating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
His fantasy is vor.
he can't decide. Listen, I know what you want out of this campaign. You want hot ass lesbian sex, and you want vor. I'm delivering on a
They
regular
don't have to be
basis.
mutually exclusive.
No,
but
listen,
okay.
we can put it all into
I
one
don't
adventure.
think it's so much to ask.
It's not. The end. Continue.
much to ask
I'm
me at all.
listening.
Exactly. It's a comfort to you even now. If initially you think that you might be rising because there's an ever greater dome with more richness than you can imagine. Just
boy.
a velvet sheet strewn with diamonds is just
Guys.
expanding around the top. And like I say, you think that you're rising because it's taking up more of your field of vision. The fact of the matter is that there was never a room, to the best of your ability to assess it, there was no room of any kind. And what's more is that all of the terror and anxiety and fear of your isolation, and it is isolating to be a single creature,
It is.
always at some level divided from other creatures. You realize now that that was a nightmare, that that was a kind of perpetual nightmare, a falsehood. And it just falls away. All of these things, all of this tension and anger is just melting away. And in fact, and you are hurtling now through cool space. Cool
Illimitable
space.
oblivion.
Exactly.
Awesome
Your body is a friendship to the creatures that live within and on the surface of your body.
Oh, yeah.
And behind you, you have an awareness that a bright trail, a rainbow road of spores is just bursting out across space. And because it's bursting out across space, it's bursting out across time.
That's what I want.
Yeah, your body, for lack of a better term, is a wonderland.
It sounds spectacular. It sounds psychedelic.
I shout out the name of one of my teachers, Nyan Cat.
Nyangka.
Yankat!
Three apostrophes.
But even the name is useful as a piece of trivia, but the thing that separates you from Nyanka is a lie.
Oh no, it's a fiction.
It's a fiction.
We're all one.
It's a fiction, and there's always a sympathy. There's always a sympathy for those who, just from an accident, just from a tragedy of that's tied deeply into their origin, that they are separate and that they aren't unified. They aren't joy, for lack of a better term.
No, and I found my way back.
Exactly, and it's precious. It's precious. Now, in this place, you are always delighted to see others who swim in this dark ocean
Oh.
as well. And it could be left, it could be right. Your orientation is cylindrical. It's irrelevant. It brings you a little joy just to know that this is another thing you don't have to worry about. But near you, near your shape, in space, you can see one of the tiny vessels that much smaller individuals use to navigate and swim in the way that they can through the black ocean that is so tremendously full of stars.
These are some good fucking mushrooms, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, technically, these are lawful neutral mushrooms.
You're like, just like poetically describing this, like,
So,
can't wait for the fan art.
no, here,
Baiting it.
but you're aware of it as you're aware of anything that comes near you. In absolute terms,
Right.
you can see. It's like imagine a cap. Imagine a myconid cap, but turned upside down and not full of joy, right? And then imagine another smaller, thin cap attached to it in some way that enables it to move through the ocean. There are, you know for a fact, it takes you a second, but you know that the creatures that are in this cap are called halflings. And you can see a family, a small family. Now you know that they can feel affection. There's always going to be some division between them.
Sure.
But you know that they have a family like the family that you have. It's not eternal, right? It's not perfect. It isn't joy, but it's something close. It's good enough for them.
We do what we
You
can.
have to respect it.
Good enough
Right?
for me.
You can see a mother and a father. These are their terms, not relevant to myconid,
But I respect them.
right? You can see them in there, and you can see a small one, what is called a girl, just full of wonder, something approximating myconid joy. Her tiny hands at the edge of the boat, just absorbing it's you. It has to be you. It has to be the sight of you that is creating this pleasure.
Yes. It's me. I'm the conduit.
How? We can't know. We can't know.
There must be a way that she's perceiving me, even through this, that I don't understand.
That's right.
I'm not meant to understand.
No, that's right. Now, she can't. It would take time for her to meld, and they seem to be going somewhere else. But you'd like to think that you might be able to understand that joy at some point, if there were another opportunity. It may be 1,000 years hence, but this consciousness will endure, right?
As they do.
Yeah. Now, it could be an hour. It could be a week. It's not relevant. It could be a year before this joy fades. And you are forced to contend with this endless nature of this ocean. And you receive comfort from the other creatures within and without your body. And they give you the energy that you need to progress and to continue. For example, your eyes here. Your eyes are aware, and they show you the majestic wonders out in this place. And they say, here are we happy. Here are we happy. And maybe there is someone like us there. Maybe they are worried right now. We could comfort them, right? There are creatures inside the eye, and their domain is that of sadness, but they have taken this on voluntarily. They are the weepers. They are over here. And if maybe you don't have to wake them up, and you hope that you won't have to.
No.
But you are afraid that you might. And then that pang of fear is again blanketed by love and joy from all the way out into your extremities, out into your massive form that is the home of all these creatures. Right?
I'm the vessel.
No, it's true. It is absolutely true. Indeed, it's always been true. You can remember the small creature that you were, but it's distant now and irrelevant and potentially untrue. Something to consider. There are entities.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, get ready, because I'm not even done. There are entities in this place, and you can conceptualize it. You can conceptualize the arcs of their movement. They're interdictory. Like it is their intention to become close to you. And you are not 100% familiar with this shape. This is a shape you are not aware of. You've seen something like it, a spider. But spiders don't swim the Black Ocean, and they're not massive. They're not gigantic, and they're not made of metal. And so this distinguishes these spiders from another type of spider. Is there any awareness or any joy that you would like to contribute?
Oh my God. What a loaded question. Hang
Holy
on.
shit.
Any awareness or any joy that we would like to contribute? Okay, so we're all in the mushroom Borg right now.
We are seeing very, very different things from what he is seeing.
Yeah.
Are we all seeing everything, or is this through Cthulhu as a
You
vessel?
are the eyes.
Okay, we are all the eyes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, only you. You are the eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the body.
Oh, I am the eyes.
You are the eyes.
I see.
You literally see.
I see. Okay, so I see these black spiders.
You do.
And what purpose or function do I sense that there are other parts of my body?
The weepers.
The weepers?
Yeah.
Both of them, the weepers?
Their existence is such that much of the suffering that would be sustained by the rest of you is concentrated in the weepers. They take it on.
I see. Okay, so I am joy.
You are joy.
Okay.
Wow,
We are joy.
Typecasting over here.
And I see the black spiders. And I take joy in their giant nature in the
They're vast.
the technological advancement of them. Their sheer blackness in this
Gloss.
black ocean. I find them terrifying but beautiful, and that brings me joy. I find joy in not understanding them and knowing that there is something there's something that I get to strive for.
There is more to know.
Correct. Yeah. In this being of knowing and feeling like we are all things, and individualism doesn't matter. To not know something is so rare. And to
Novel.
have that mystery
Exciting.
it brings me joy.
We are joy. Now, these creatures, and you know that this is true, merely being isolated from one another creates so much pain that there are those that act in a way that does not create joy. They can't help it. There's no reason to dwell on it. But being separate is such a torment to some creatures that they hurt each other, they hurt themselves, and you think that might be their intention. They're getting incredibly close to your flanks right now. The long steel spindles of the forelegs, sort of not swarming. There's only 4 of them, but you can see them approaching with these sharp tips the sides. Now, pain is not a concern, but there is a sadness associated with that breakage of the body, but not pain. Not pain. Never pain.
Never pain.
They are getting incredibly near.
Can any of this joy be imparted to them? Have they been separate for too long?
Consider it. Consider it. How might you bring that joy?
What? My vessel is all encompassing. What tools do I have? I'm not like them. I am connected to everything, and yet I am not connected to them.
There is the sparkling path. Something to consider.
It trails behind me.
Indeed.
It is something I leave.
It is ours.
Something we leave.
Is there a way that the weepers might
There you go.
be able to contain their desire to hurt?
Yes.
And if they can consume the desire to hurt, can we impart the joy?
Yes. It must be, you may have to explain it to them.
Okay.
Where they dwell inside the eye is a dark place. You may have to confer upon them some comfort to ready them for this task.
Okay. Can we promise them that we will take away the suffering and replace it? Take away the darkness that they've lived their lives in and as, replace it with joy, and make sure that they know that they're not going to be apart anymore?
I think so. I hope so.
Okay.
I don't even know that we need to promise it. To promise means that it could possibly be in our nature not to do so.
Sure.
It is our nature
It's just a declaration.
to fulfill this.
Yeah.
Right. Not a
An
promise.
awareness, a knowledge.
It's just we know that we will,
Yeah.
because that's what we will do.
There is no other way.
Okay.
Now, how would you like to increase harmony? We are joy.
We are joy, we are joy.
We are joy.
Pass them to the iris.
Mayflower compact.
Let's see. I can't. No, it doesn't work that way.
If suffering has come from them being apart, then encouraging them to join us would seem to end their suffering.
Also, can't the weepers take on their like suck it out of them? Or
I
whatever it
would
is?
hope so. Yeah.
Fine.
Are the weepers willing to do so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you have to find out.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're in a very dark place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we ask them, we entreat them
Yeah.
that
And-
they could confer some of that unity to these beings in pain.
Yeah. Extend full
Of course.
invitation.
Well, the eyes, and there are many, each with their own enclave of weepers, you have but to identify and then send the Weeper. And that is actually just a dice roll.
You know,
I forgot we were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
it's not so different after all.
Okay. Should we both roll?
No, only die.
Only the eye? Okay. Any bonus to this dice roll?
Let's see your
Eye
character
bonus.
sheet.
Where's your where's
So
your
you
Weeper
send it-
modifier?
Yeah, you
Add this.
you're plus 3
Okay.
weeping.
Get that 20 out of there.
Okay. It's a 9.
Okay. So you commend the Weepers, comfort them in this moment before they leave. Weepers, you are
Yo.
sent forth from the eye. It is your purpose to bring unity to those who do not have it. And as you are launched out from the home, you can see that there are even more of these creatures, even more of these steel spiders.
So not 4.
No, not 4. There are more. They have some way of hiding in the Black Sea. But the eye, it's entirely possible that the eye was overwhelmed by the isolation it could sense. You are not being sent directly to one of the spiders. You are a little bit off. You're going to need to use your own ability to attach.
My bad.
But in this context, there is only joy.
Only joy.
Is it? Yeah. What would I add to this?
You use your dexterity bonus if you would.
My DX.
No.
I sure got it.
I don't got it.
Hey, now don't forget, the Shadow Council, even in this
Oh.
place, holds sway.
Oh well, then I definitely want to take advantage on that. Also, I want to say that I main Weepers. The end. Thank you, Shadow Council. I'm going to take this advantage. Cool, and I'm glad that I used it. Maybe I'll get a better one.
Hey.
Hey.
It's fine. So that is with my dex bonus, a 14.
Absolutely. You were able to twist your body in this sea and then swim directly toward one of these massive spiders.
Great.
Weeper,
I get -1 dex.
you do.
So-
No, but Dinar also has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
Whoa, bless you, Shadow Council.
Bless you, Shadow Council.
What?
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
7.
What's that? If I roll the same number twice, that's like a super 20, right?
No.
Oh. How's this game work?
We'll have another opportunity. It is
It's a 6 actually, because I get -1.
as you're able to twist your body and sail down. There is an open deck like that of a seagoing vessel on the top that is sort of set down in the guts of this steel arachnid.
Okay.
And you can see that this deck is writhing with the torment of isolation. You've never seen a creature like this, but it is easy to tell that there is a sickness. There is a sickness in this creature. They're down with the sickness.
Well, I have to, I guess it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like I want to take that sickness and that suffering, and I want it, right?
It's easy.
It's easy.
It's a simple process.
Is it a
Yeah.
simplest process?
Yeah, yeah. It,
easy to know how.
it involves that green seed there.
Ringo Starr.
Wonderful. What do I add to it? Is it Dex just forever on this? Okay. Yikes.
Man,
6.
We're killing it with the rolls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So being killed.
Give me that suffering.
So you reach out as a weeper. Your body is designed to bring harmony. Every facet of it is designed. The same spores that exist in the trail exist in your own body, and you can convey and confer harmony on others as a direct result. But as you attempt to embrace one of these creatures, imagine a high abdomen, the spider ship itself and the creatures that dwell on it, they have made this ship in their own image. You can see that they themselves have 4 legs. It's almost like a hairy, massive brown spider with a head that comes up almost like a serpent and then looks down and has a mouth full of sharp teeth. As I said, you endeavor to embrace them.
Sure. Of course I want to.
And it does not, you're not able to incorporate it.
I'll get them.
But they
Next time, kid.
they descend on you
Wonderful.
on the deck. There's
they're so
and
invisible.
it's horrifying
Sure.
because you can hear is that they are commanding each other. They are telling them precisely what to do at every moment.
They're telling each other.
They are telling each other what to do, and you suspect that horror, that separation, the need to gesticulate, to flap, and to do all these things simply to be understood.
Right.
And then there are those who are telling others to do things, and they are not doing it themselves, and they have no awareness of it.
They never do.
They never do. It's the universe that you've been exposed to on the deck of this craft is inconceivable. They have a blade, a weapon that looks like a crescent. It's like a half circle attached to a steel rod. And as they swing, as they sweep them down on you, it's not pain.
Sure.
It's sadness. Just the breakage of the body has a sadness because you can no longer be of use.
Right.
And something.
But you do take 8 points of sadness.
Yeah, exactly. You take 8 points of sadness. Now, you are struck repeatedly. One of them, in their fury and isolation and rage, clamps down, bites on the armored cap that the home has provided you to protect it.
Okay.
And in that moment, it draws its head away, and you know what it knows, and it knows what you know.
Oh, what?
And it's stunning. It is a stunning process of they purchase each other. They attack ships and steal individuals and buy and sell them. And that is their purpose here. That is their purpose for the home.
Okay.
Home. How will you bring joy?
So what happened to me? Did I die?
I'll get back to you.
No.
Roll better.
Ow.
That
Why didn't anyone say that? We're on like episode 16, no one told me.
All right, I roll better.
Yeah, no, 20.
I want to use that trail behind me of spores to, can I encircle as many as I can?
We have to try.
I shall.
We have to try. Let me take a look here.
What would you like?
Use your dice +2 for dexterity.
Oh. 10.
Nope, acceptable. That's all I need. That's all I need. Your body is designed for this place. This is as simple as standing up or walking across the room. So you begin to turn the massive bulk of the home and flood this space with the spores. And almost instantly, you are flooded with the realizations that I communicated to the Weeper. They are denizens of a sick society, and it's torment. It's torment. It explains everything about their behavior. And then as you are aware of this, you feel an intense sadness, not from the side, but from the top. And you're aware that at least 2 places, long steel legs have begun to penetrate the outer skin, and they have begun to crawl along the surface toward each other. They're crawling around the outer edge of the body.
What of my denizens?
They are not weepers. They are not, as a rule, oriented toward this purpose. You are welcome to communicate with them and try to make sure that they understand what's happening. How you phrase it is important.
I turn inward. It turns inward. We turn inward.
We turn inward, yes.
And express that how fortunate we are to not have to contend with the idea of being separate. If we do not understand the construct of separateness, then disregard and continue. But if we do, know that there was so much value in this cohesion, however finite. That's it. I'm just lost in a reverie.
The ellipses of the century.
Yeah, they understand. They understand. Eyes.
What can we do, we eyes?
Anything that you see, weepers can be applied to.
Okay.
So there are these spiders, these ships have begun to crawl and chew. They're operating around the mid section.
Okay.
Weepers can be tasked
Okay. Do I have an infinite supply of weepers?
beyond counting.
Wonderful. So I will send, can I send 1 weeper out of 2 of our eyes, 1 at each of these spiders
Absolutely.
on our hull? Again, with the purpose that we are attempting to is the wrong word, with the purpose that we will become one with these organisms and take away their deep sadness and their sickness.
Yes.
Okay, that's a 20 for the first shooting and an 18.
Absolutely. Weeper. There is a creature. You are aware of it dimly, but now you've been given full awareness of it because you have been tasked by the eye, and you are sent from an eye almost in an elliptical orbit, fired out and then drawn back to the surface. You land on the deck of a ship shaped like this spider creature that is crawling along the surface, and you have an awareness that there is another one just like it on the other side, and that they are slowly working to carve the ship in half.
I'll go to the closest one and sin eat it.
Bring him on board.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just roll for it.
Try this.
Hey.
17.
Absolutely. Directly from your hands, waves of spores, golden shimmering spores, explode out onto the deck.
A mist cloud.
Yeah, a mist cloud, if you will.
Oh, this was the mist cloud the whole time.
That's what we're talking about, yeah.
Exactly. The spider continues to crawl, but those who are here on the deck, in an instant, cease their travails. They come close to you because they long to be close physically as well. But this is not where the spider receives its commands. Their ships have creatures at them, and they manually direct them like they're crafting something.
Do I know where that is? Do I get a sense?
Instantly. You know precisely where it is. Would you like to go there?
Yes.
Please do.
Same modifier? 12.
You enter a room. This room is full of physically much larger specimens of the same creature. You flood this room with golden spores, and immediately they pull back on these levers. The spider just detaches, floats away. You join them in another different kind of life as that ship sails away. Home. What is your next effort? How will you bring joy?
We are being pierced.
There is a sadness, a grinding sadness around the flank.
Can joy be returned there? Are my denizens able?
It's time. It's time. Joy can be returned there. It's just time.
What is the aspect of this?
Are you enjoying this linguistic challenge?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much. Now, I'm going to listen back to it and calm myself.
Crawl in a bush.
Get that
I'm gonna.
bidirectional microphone and go ear to ear. What is the aspect of this this entity who is making us experience sadness?
Oh,
In relation to me.
Yeah.
In relation to us.
where is it?
Yeah.
There is one. It is. You would say it's on the. Another creature would call this their belly. A creature that isn't as rotary as you are. That isn't as uniform.
See.
But the cuts, the sadness is deep. This is a ship that is purpose built for this type of war, and you have a sense that some of you are being taken into these ships.
Then, of course, it didn't occur to us earlier because of how foreign it is. But
It is absolutely. It is beyond comprehension to exist in that way.
we don't know if this makes any sense. We must move away?
Relative.
Separate? From?
Oh, we have no concept of that?
Yeah,
We have some concept.
It's a philosophical quandary. So you would like to move your body in such a way that it
out
creates distance.
of, yes.
I want a Jamiroquai.
It must
I
be
want to
attempted.
travel without moving.
It must be attempted.
So that would be a 12 if we're using the same.
Okay.
By the way, this coarse object,
Yeah.
disgusting
Vile.
with its enumeration. This is the only number.
Unnecessary.
What is all this garbage?
You know what? It brings us
continuum.
joy.
Brings so many joy.
God damn it.
I just want to grow in the dark.
You turn the body hard. You can see against the sea. There is a bright shape, a green and blue shape. And as you are turning it, some portion of your awareness is given over to a curiosity about it. But the act of turning has flexed this cut, this savage cut in the side. And the front splits from the back. And the back falls away. And it is yourself. And you are aware of it. And it is aware of it. And there is a moment where you are still connected and joyous. And then it is gone. It falls back. This is the capacity that you have to guide your body through space. And it is gone. And you are drawn as though by a wind pulled toward this orb. And the heat is incredible as you near it and as you push through its sky. It's been a long time since you've seen a sky, but you know what it is. And you can see that there is a crack in this place, a deep crack, and you know that that can be a home too. That can be another type of home. Too near the sky is no good. That is not a joyous place, but a deep place, a cool place. This can be a home. You wake up, and there is a moment of terror as you are ensouled in your bodies. Rosie Beestinger, Cthulhu Drow, Walnut Dawngrass, and Dinar Blitzen pulled away from a full unity, a full understanding of each other, and deposited in this fragmentary nightmare. But you become accustomed to it. You can remember that you used to do this all the time. This was considered normal.
Ugh. Just look at everybody else. And
So this is a cavern. There's no sky above. There's no canopy. There's no Dinar Blitzen snacking or planning to snack.
thank goodness.
There is no cool stone tower of safety and refuge.
As a once upon a time experimenter with such compounds.
Yeah. Psilocybin?
Yeah, am I
Sure.
aware of exactly what has happened?
My suspicion is that the alchemy skill that you do have, the arcana skill, is probably like 30% eating things you shouldn't. That's
Yeah.
just my guess.
Well, that's how you build it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Acq Inc, but like for your consciousness.
Yeah. Everybody else is conscious. For
Yeah,
that
yeah.
matter?
You're
All
looking
rousing.
around, and it's like if at any moment you hesitate, you can see a friendly myconid provide a support structure to help you stand.
I just look down at him and I go, I told you guys I didn't want to kill him.
How much of this do we remember? Did it fade away?
All of it.
It's vivid.
All of it. You remember it. You remember it as though it was real, and it was real. It's all real.
I'm crying. And Rosie's probably extremely moved too, because I think that there were things that she saw that she recognized in that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Things that you know intimately.
Right. Okay.
So
Let's kill some mushroom people.
yeah,
right?
exactly. Exactly. You can see that on the center of this, in the center of this column, obviously you're surrounded by eyes, and the rest of these are the sorts of mushrooms, as I said last game, that exist on a tree, like when a mushroom has to find a home on a fucking
like those platform
cylinder.
type,
Exactly right. Strong, firm mushrooms that are sort of around in a sort of stair-step, circular stair type pattern around the middle. Until now, you did not know that some of them were mouths as well. 12 mouths, 15 mouths around this central column speak. And they say, this place is too near the sky for us. This is not where we are meant to be. It is no harm to us to destroy this root. But we have sent an envoy with you. If you are ever in the deep places of this world, we will be again.
Who would they mean?
They fixed
What are they talking
I
about?
don't know. Just scratch, scratch, scratch.
Is one of them climbing your bag?
It says, we know what you know, and you know what we know. And knowing that, we cannot allow this city to remain.
Finally, someone who's talking sense. Yeah, I feel like Walnut's like just like puts it like Paps the nearest one, knowing that they're all
It's all one.
It's all one.
Yeah.
No, that resistance is futile in this Myconid society.
Yeah.
Puts a hand on one and says, I do know that this is too near the sky. And so I said, like, oh, we will destroy the root. That's what we do, and
That's what we're about.
that's what we're about. And and then I would just say like, and you go continue spreading the with the question joy that you do in the way that you do.
So well.
So
Hey,
So well.
yeah, you do you.
Did they say that they can destroy this root?
It's already destroyed.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, it's already
Yeah.
destroyed.
it's their
Okay.
preference.
I missed it.
Got it.
Well,
I
we
had-
will take credit for destroying this root,
Yeah.
as is our destiny.
And we will try to find a deeper place, perhaps.
As deep as you can find.
Someday.
Yeah. When we find the deepest place, we will bring you to that place.
I have a sudden distaste for destruction. I feel like I've been going about this the wrong way.
Maybe now we won't have to murder everyone in the meet. Maybe then we turn our corner.
This is gonna be the change.
Yeah,
I feel bad about Jeffrey the Minotaur all of a sudden.
Jeffrey.
Alfor. Jeffrey. I can't help it.
Alfor?
I can't help it.
Jeffrey.
Do you mean Alfor is the name of the Minotaur?
Yeah.
Well, what was it Alfor?
Jeffrey.
Put Alfor on the tombstone. That was
Yeah,
really good.
exactly.
Alfor on
good,
the
though.
tombstone.
Exactly.
What was it Alfor?
What was it Alfor?
The mouths around the central column, you can see that it's sort of cinched in. It has leveraged its body to do whatever needs to be done. It says, "We are joy, walnut dawn grass."
You are.
Say hi, Joy.
Nice to meet you.
Hope I can carry an ounce of that with me.
Yeah. Just bring it with you.
Truly.
Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
Whew!
We are joy.
Yeah,
I just throw up.
No, it's all I
need some
wanted. All I
vitamin C.
wanted, but my victory condition for this game was to have one of you say "We are joy" without being prompted, and I got that like 20 minutes ago. So, like I said, Dungeons and Dragons, obviously a lot of gold, a lot of treasure, a lot of XP.
Yeah, is this one of those? We can talk about this at table talk. Just a classic D&D experience. I'm taking you through all the great things: goblins, displacer beasts,
Yeah.
some kind of drug trip.
Yeah, some sort of interactive co-op drug trip.
Exactly. So,
good.
I feel like we
but
piloted that mech pretty well together.
like, it was totally great. So basically, at this point,
Amazing.
and it's also some throwback. I'll go into it in the table talk, but there's some throwback stuff for the old school nerds in there.
MDM.
Oh, I figured, yeah. Once you get your mind around it, you know exactly what we're doing.
But like I said, the reason I just want to emphasize that this is D&D as opposed to whatever I was doing before was that you have the wheel again.
Oh,
So
I do like.
you don't have to wait for me to
Walnut,
explain
take
it.
the wheel.
Or you know what I mean? Or like
I like the audiobook though.
you're
you're
playing. You need
very
rest.
good.
No, it was great. I do. I'm not complaining.
That was like a Telltale game.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh wait, I'll hit X.
No,
I mean, you keep doing your
the
thing.
Myconid Sovereign will remember that.
and they will. My God.
That's
So I look around and I'm doing my best. So like, I have a question. Like, is there like a lingering understanding of my? Like, was that like a team bonding thing? Do I have like a reluctant knowledge of them on any level?
Yeah, how granular does
Not
this
even
get?
reluctant. Like I said, this is what you wanted to know, right?
Yeah.
No, it's the thing that's fading is the connection between each other. The memory of the harmonious whole that has remained with you.
Okay.
But it's like when you wake up from a dream, like the things that you knew about each other
Those are slipping.
in that place, those are fading out fast. It's just individual images, icons, symbols, and they're slipping out.
If you guys take a look at me, I'm feverishly writing what I can.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've
the
got
dream journal?
everything
And
down.
I give up because I know it's garbage. Like, when you write something in the middle of the night and go back to sleep and it's just 2 words, it's just trash. It doesn't mean anything. I'm so disappointed.
One's diligently documenting this.
Documenter. That's your task.
It's just a really good picture of a mushroom, and then saying, "I suppose we should go see how our elder friend is doing? I don't. What's the point of it all right now?
gotta
Really?
do it in here.
You can see the
I'm still connected.
cranium rat
Go back
that.
anytime I
Oh,
want.
hip hop. What's his name?
Yeah.
Monsieur.
Pop hop.
Oh,
Mr. Hop Hop.
So
Mr. Hip Hop.
so up that sort of cylindrical spiral around that central core, he's just exploring it. He's just sort of going up about halfway, going back down a little bit nervous, goes up a little bit longer, comes back down.
Then what does he do?
He's just having a good time. Then he goes back up halfway.
We sit down and watch him. Well, then what's happening?
It's good. Whatever it is about these spores doesn't appear to affect this mouse.
Question.
Yeah.
2 questions. One,
Yeah.
is everything still made out of stone here?
Inside here?
Stone and metal and everything, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, its construction hasn't been altered in any way.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering, like, where the root was, because it's dried.
Yeah, I mean, is the guess, you can make an educated guess that that is the substrate upon which the sovereign is actually grown in this room.
Okay.
Is Elder Brian
Okay.
now freed?
Who knows?
So
we're gonna have to go
let's check
see
him
him.
out. Yeah, let's check him out.
Yeah.
Hop, hop.
Pop Hop leads you back, and you can see your majestic princess staircase sparkle back up into form. And as you come down, the chamber is a hive of activity. There were always sort of like emissary pods from this, group going out and engaging in unique tasks as they were assigned. And you can see that the entire group of them appears to be working actively on the brain right now. So it has been sort of held up almost, like, as I said, like on a drying rack almost, stretched out, distended, like you assume that's not its normal thing. That's not its kink. You know what I mean? At this time, the roots that have come down have withered so small that it is actually sort of resting, sort of hanging a little bit off of it. Imagine like a wet shirt on a branch.
Yeah.
It's just sort of hanging over these roots that no longer have any sway or power. And you can see that even inside the holes that are dug through the brain, they're full of rats. You can see rats sort of like crawling around in the interior structures, cleaning and preparing the flesh
Oh, he's telling him exactly what to do.
A lot of gauze.
of this brain.
That's gross.
Rat spit has a lot of medicinal properties.
Yeah, exactly.
rats.
Their mouths are cleaner than our mouths.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I read that.
Yeah, it's like, and then you can see, their work is just dutiful and instant. They're just crawling around the surface, and then one by one, you see each of these rats reduced into a liquid that collapses and runs out of these channels in the brain, and then slowly fills this pool beneath the brain, and then it sort of slides off. Like imagine
I'm
imagine a portobello like off of a grill spatula.
Yeah, just ease it on in.
Eases down.
Imagine a giant brain
Yeah, exactly.
off of a giant piece of wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically into a brain pool.
a pool of liquefied rat.
That's right.
You gotta need the medium.
Except for Pop Hop. Pop Hop does not join the chorus.
Monsieur.
They said, hey, oh. Now,
Comment allez-vous?
that
Qu'est-ce que vous avez?
the voice that you have heard before, that you recognize from this creature, is projected, as though there is an echo, but it's no physical voice.
Sure.
It says, you have done as I have asked.
Yeah.
And now I will do as I have promised. There is a chamber beneath this city that is warded with tremendous sophistication against scrying. But my network is dutiful, and each of them has a tiny piece of my will, which is greater than average, let's say.
Okay, yep.
For lack of a better term.
We're all like, yep, you're great. We know. We pale in comparison.
It says, I can easily make my way back to my domain, and I shall return to me this dutiful servant of mine after he has shown you your reward. And I pray we never meet each other again. The incentives to work together may not hold in the realm I command.
Still have a contract.
Do we trust him? Can we roll anything to see if we think he's lying?
Yeah.
Lying about what?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I think you would need like a
He's
Fistfuls of dice.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, you can. This is Dungeons and Dragons. You can do whatever you want.
my thought is he's telling us to go to some deeper chamber that's protected by magic against scrying, and there we will find our reward. I don't know. It sounds like a
Sounds like a real shit show.
yeah.
Yeah.
that
This rat's gonna betray us.
sounds good to Walnut.
What's the twist?
Let's into it.
Well, it's a secret chamber that this city is somehow organism is protecting. That's like Walnut's like that's the heart. That's the beating heart of this city.
Yeah. For one, that thing, shit can't get any worse than this.
Well, indeed. And she also knows things that she hasn't told anyone.
Whoops.
How dare you?
You good after that crazy trip?
At this,
Now you're
Wow, I
hold
thought
back.
you
Even
knew.
after we had that trip together,
Yeah,
at Coachella,
dude, it's a
man,
classic.
It's like we were like one, you know what I mean?
I was like inside all of you, metaphorically, emotionally.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
physically.
like, you know this lingo too well. I would say
Yeah.
too well.
Right in the
Walnut?
character name.
No, the K is silent.
All right,
That's what I
so
said.
Walnut, are you just like ready to go?
So I'll look at the rest of the party and I'll say, I think we came here to do what we're contractually obligated to do. I think the rat problem is solved with the exception of one. I wouldn't call this a problem. And I was like, I understand if no one wants to come with me to that chamber.
I'm definitely gonna go. I'll go with you. I'm trying to hide that I'm like kind of smitten with this huge
Brain.
intellect. Yeah.
It's like,
A lot of
what
this
can I get
power.
out of this?
Yeah, I'll come. That's important. Might as well see it through.
Can we ask one question?
You can do whatever you like.
Elder Brian,
You can do whatever you like.
do you know what's happened to the Homeward Star?
There is a pause, and that doesn't characterize its communication. And he says to Cathris, he says, Drow, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. It's a rarity. File it away. I would be very careful about using the stars from your cloak.
How many you got left at this point?
Well, they regenerate.
Yeah, I thought they were fresh.
But-
yeah.
I see.
But I'll remember. Yeah. I think at it. A curtsy, a mental curtsy. I scrape so low.
Okay. Rosie will remember that.
As always.
Dude, we have to play the whole fucking game like a Telltale adventure from now on. We always have to have that like sort of meaningful
Yeah.
grimace.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because everybody has that like mouth taste like like when they're gonna remember that.
We'll remember that
yeah,
question mark? You hope he doesn't, but he does?
All right, I'll
Yeah.
follow. I asked the brain if he likes my new hat.
If a brain can shrug, it does that.
It just
He loves
sloshes.
it, guys. He loves it. He said
It's
he
a
loves
little,
How could you not?
it. Yeah,
How could one not love
you
it?
know.
but yeah,
Eggy, hatty.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's just all cute stuff.
It has
It does.
The egg could wear that.
The hat does in fact have 2 eyes.
There's a pretty
That-
hideous illustration happening over
Yeah.
here of the hat, actually.
Well,
and
maybe
it has
I think it's charming.
and it has opinions on things.
I did a
Okay.
really cute one.
And you
Yeah,
can-
that's how.
Aw,
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
it needs like-
is that how we're doing it?
Yeah.
Which way's facing up?
I'm
assuming it's that.
This way?
Oh, that's
my
killer.
cute
And
one.
then here's mine.
And there's
No,
Chris's
no.
horrifying one.
Well,
horrifying, gross one.
but this is a mushroom. This is what it looks
In the
like.
chat,
Come on, guys.
you can decide.
You can just it's like
Who is this?
no, it's
actually a
like it's like listen, do your vote. Text KAT to
And both of us standing like,
We all know what's
you
gonna
decide. All right.
I want to just, for people that are going to be listening to this later on the podcast, I want you to know Kate's looks like an adorable cookie, and Chris's looks like a piece of human anatomy.
Yeah. Kate's is what
the
I was
hell?
thinking.
Piece of placenta.
I'm thinking like anime emoji eyes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Exactly.
When it gets mad, there's a little
really
teardrop, raindrop when it gets confused.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
sticker.
This is table talk.
yeah.
Sorry.
So we got to go hit the self-destruct button.
The
on the
reward
city.
is friendship. We don't have to go.
Oh my God, was friendship the magic the whole time? Yeah, so Walnut's like inching towards, or like looking at Pop, like,
Yeah.
Can you take us?
Yeah, he's hopping a couple times, hops a couple times in place, and then leads you out in the opposite part of this, in the opposite part of his chamber, which is a cracked and shattered version of, you assume, where it would dwell in its normal place. It's just, it has an echo. It looks like a ruin of some kind, but you can guess what it must look like in the seat of his power. And he walks directly through the back wall.
He walks through the wall. Sure, that's not the weirdest thing that we've seen today, right?
Honestly, yeah, that's like that's literally the least weird thing.
Yeah, we're disappointed.
So
Fuck you.
Mundane, really.
I want to walk up to the wall all confident, like I'm definitely going to go through it, but then also just kind of be like, and then I try and go through it.
Yeah, it's warm. It's warm. Imagine walking through a curtain of warm water. It doesn't disturb your raiment,
Okay.
you know, but it definitely it's like a cascade of warmth as you pass through this. You all see her pass immediately through the wall.
there any-
It's got like a sconce.
is there a give?
I mean, it has a sconce. It has like a torch.
Yeah.
Like
I panic when I see you disappear through this wall, and I'm after you like a shot.
I've clipped into the wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, she's halfway through and she's like,
Below the map.
Yeah.
I got to contact a mod to
yeah,
teleport me out.
it's just you see shadows, deep shadows. You pass through. You pass through this wall. There are 3 more, just like it. Each of them completely indiscernible from a normal structure. And you can recall that when you came down initially, even to find the Elder Brain's chamber at first,
Yeah.
there were walls that you passed through. But that was very fast.
That was also like non-consensual. Like they just took us.
No, you were going
Yeah.
to a
As a vessel.
place.
Right.
You were going to a place, but you're passing through this. It's remembering something, or it doesn't see. It doesn't. I don't see illusions. You know what I mean?
I just see real walls. Okay,
Right.
so we go through 3 of these, and like each time with like more speed and more gusto.
Yeah. Just more enthusiasm. You're getting to the end of the book,
Yeah.
right?
Who reads those last 20 pages?
It's fast Act 3.
Exactly. So once you leave through the last one, it makes you wonder how much of that subterranean structure was real, and how much of it was some kind of a projection. Because this doesn't look like this doesn't look anything like that architecture. It is. How to put it? This is very organic. The rest of it, and I mean like organic, like a leaf.
Oh,
I mean, this looks as though it was created by natural forces, right? As opposed to everything else, which is, it's like what you would build out of Dwarven Forge or something, right? I mean, it's like the ceramics, it's got all the little stuff, and it's like, oh, here's the fountain. It's an image or a dream of something that the brain knew, perhaps. This feels like it was created by, dripping water over a substantial period of time. And then it is basically a tunnel, and at the very end of this tunnel is a bright green light.
Okay.
It is a fair distance.
We're all together, I assume. I've walked through,
Yeah.
Going towards
As you are pushing through it, the closer you get to it, the more intense first of all, the warm forest, like a forest in a high summer smell, is coming out of this chamber, and you can see roots, vital roots, and leaves. Yeah, absolutely. Where there shouldn't be, they shouldn't be able to survive down here. This is not where they do their thing. And as you exit the tunnel and emerge into the chamber, there is a single tree, and it is lit by a shaft of light coming from the ceiling up and to the right, almost like it looks like it might be a grate, like a street grate or something like that. And as that light comes down and strikes the tree, beams of it project from leaf to leaf until the entire tree is illuminated.
Like a crystal?
Yeah. Because it's very thin, waxy leaf, but you can see that the light is just shining from leaf to leaf. They're just generous with each other around the entire thing. But this is not a type of tree that you're familiar with.
I don't know anything about this.
It comes down as the trunk comes down, but then the roots reach around in front and close around a pool of water.
Oh, okay, great.
And the strange fruits of this tree are, they beggar belief. There is, the best way to put it is that there are swords on this tree that are not yet ripe.
So daggers.
In some cases it might be a short sword.
Okay.
But the proportions are wrong.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
I do.
they're hanging down in various states of development,
Okay.
weapons, but there is one that is complete.
Okay.
And it hangs down from a branch, and like an apple, there's a tiny piece of stem that goes into the pommel, and the bough is just pregnant with it. Like the sword is like drawing the bough down. It's still strong, it's not in danger, but the weight of this thing on the branch is considerable.
And it's just like, so Walnut walks in and sees all this, and it's like,
Tell me about the order. So you've come in. You're the
I would
first to
assume,
see
like,
it. You are
how
alone.
we're
You have projected your way in.
Sounds like then you, right?
Right.
And
Dinar?
Yeah, and then those two. And then we were like, meh.
are we lockstep?
Yeah.
Like we have like our
Yeah.
arms. I think I'm still gonna go in the back though.
Yeah.
So
It's taking a little more
you
time.
come in last?
Yeah, I come in last.
Okay. You take 17 points of damage.
This boy?
oh,
Oh.
Good thing I
I mean,
got over my fear of doors.
I was first.
As soon as he crosses the threshold of this chamber, the leaves that had sort of gently been swaying all turn instantly to face him.
okay.
Just him?
Just him. And the light is incredible. The blinding light is incredible.
It's like a radiant damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's knocked bodily out of the chamber.
So he's done. He's out. Okay.
I cast darkness around him.
Yeah, is he still in danger?
I don't know, I'm out of apparently I got knocked
Yeah.
out of the room.
So outside of the room, is he in danger? Or I perceive he's in danger.
Nothing seems to be happening when he's not.
I mean, I feel
Go,
real bad.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What
No! Hot!
So
What'd you do?
I'm gonna
Real bright. Sorry.
I cast darkness on you, which means you can't see shit. Dark vision doesn't work in it, but it'll probably keep you from taking more radiant
Comfort.
damage. Yeah.
Does it? I guess. Well, we'll see. I'm not in a mood to dart back in yet.
Do you think you're dead?
It does follow you. Like this darkness, I cast it on you.
Okay.
But you are blind. Like you're all you are is safe.
It's magical
in the
darkness,
Yeah. You can't. No dark vision and non-magical light.
It's probably a comfort to you right now.
You might be able to do dancing lights inside of it to get light because it says non-magical light can't illuminate it, but you might be able to see if you really wanted to see for whatever reason.
I was going to say, what's the radius of this bad boy?
15 feet.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, no, I guess it'll still work. I can have Legati poke its head out just ahead and then just trade visions with it, and then it leads me. Yeah. Should I want? I'll prep to do that,
okay.
But right now I'm going to stay outside.
Yeah. Just soak in your comfortable darkness. Okay.
I
mean,
but yeah, this is the entire. So imagine that the roots. So the stone is the floor of the stone is fit together. It's not soil. This tree is growing out of stone, and the roots that it has, in addition to the ones that have formed that pool in front, they go up the walls all around. And the roots themselves are interleaved with symbols of protection and comfort.
Okay. So I want to go up to the tree and I want to just try touching just any part of its root and see if I'm allowed to get close to it.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
I hang back with you.
Yeah, well, I'm like, did the tree attack him because he's a drow or because he was last?
He's trying to figure it out. He's like,
should I go heal him or help him? I don't want to cross that threshold.
No, and you don't want to be like by him when it happens.
I don't want to. If I was going to shoot him again, I don't want to around that either.
Well,
So
I'm not with him.
Right. I don't want it to think I'm his friend.
Yeah. No, yeah. Selling off the first chance I get.
No, it is welcoming.
So I will probably the idea of
This is
the
ancient.
natural environment that's actually, giving Walnut, like it looks to her like it's presenting her a weapon. God willing, it's a scimitar. Who knows? So she's gonna walk up, I think, and see if the sword will give easy.
Just ripe. I mean, just like the perfect.
Right off the tree.
Just one. Not even a motion. It's like as soon as you reach out for it, it's just yours.
Juicy.
Do I feel anything?
Yeah, you're flooded with
Hope she names it
Swords.
juicy.
You're flooded with wisdom.
I'm flooded with wisdom.
You are flooded with wisdom. It is a just real quick in case you need the stats
I do.
for now. It's a +1 attack, +1 damage, D12.
Ooh.
Like the rap group. 1d12. That would be my rap group.
1d12.
1d12. But in the blade is another kind of knowledge.
Okay.
It is an awareness and a consciousness of. So when you were trained to become animals, there's a process, and you have to. It often involves a dream where you have to follow them and earn trust and things like that. You know how to become a tree like this.
I do.
You know how to become a tree like this.
Just from holding this.
Yeah.
So you can grow weapons for us now?
I'm gonna hang out here with my new friend.
You're gonna.
Walnut's just like, oh my god, maybe vengeance
Like,
is
it's
like the wrong
instant.
game to be in.
I mean,
Maybe
it's instant.
tree.
It's instantaneous.
okay.
Like you can just see it. You can turn your hand over, and it can be sap if you want. You can just see sap. You can see your veins change color. It's an instinctual process.
So Walnut
This
has
is your-
learned tree form?
This is your birthright. As a daughter of the EPA, this is your birthright.
It's like a little Mega Man screen. It's like it just like changes colors.
Walnut has earned.
That's amazing. Okay.
But there's other things. So there's hanging with these plants in various states of maturity. These weapons of various states. Not all scimitars. It's just this is a tree whose purpose is war. And there is something else that is ripe. It is a seed pod. A seed pod, thick, I mean, ready to pull, and emblazoned around it in different ancient druidic languages is the word Nemazir. Listen, I know that this is not the best time, walnut donggrass, but we have to go to a commercial break. I'm sorry. It's not my choice.
And the PP Palace.
That's right, the Potty Palace.
The Wiz Palace.
Yeah.
Come hang out. Shadow Council, I hope that our labors have pleased you. Take a moment to refresh yourselves, and don't go anywhere. Come right back. Hello, I'm Jeffrey K. Horkins. We're just going to continue on. Just real quick, in case you missed it, Walnut Dawngrass, daughter of the Enclave Panax Anima, has just entered into a chamber emblazoned with symbols of protection and comfort. This tree is a war tree of some kind. Its fruits are themselves weapons. And she has just seen a ripe seed pod on it, emblazoned with the word Nemazir. And if you're like a C-Team nerd, then you know what that means.
Sure do.
And if you're not and you're new,
Get out of here.
get it. Too bad.
You got a lot to catch up on.
Don't worry, it's all digital. You can watch it online. It's like, please do that.
It means graveyard.
Yeah. Well, it means a couple things.
Well, you're right.
Alforce said that it was a war route.
You're right. That is true.
Who knows why the gate said what it said?
That's a good point.
Can't trust them.
Can't trust anyone.
You can't trust gates these days.
No, you don't
Gatekeepers,
ever,
right?
don't ever trust a gate.
Am I right?
I want
You're
to
right.
take up this sword as if it's ever going to leave my hand again. And I want to cut off the seed pod. Now I have it. Nothing happens.
Oh, something happened.
Well, I'm going to tuck in then.
Yeah. the
Cut me a scene.
the plant itself. So as you reach up and pull it off, you can see that reflected in each of these leaves. So the entire chamber is lit and nourished by a single shaft of light from the surface. And playing across these leaves, you see scraps of language.
The hell? Okay.
Like,
kind of language?
imagine Druidic language.
Oh, okay.
So imagine that each leaf, as you go down from the trunk, each leaf is like a page, and then this revelation just progresses throughout every leaf. This plant, this tree is a trove, is itself a record, a historical record.
Okay.
But that's not the only thing that you notice.
So wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. As you pluck this ripe pod, you can see that the roots that have come down from the tree and projected up around materially change in structure,
Okay.
meaningfully. They become made of something like you have noticed in this town, this odd commingling of stone and metal harvested by the process, whatever is inherent in this corrupted version of this seed that founded this city. You are seeing the true version of it. You remember the Minotaur's tale that the Enclave warred with the Illithid, and they did so with the use of a siege engine that they planted in the surface, and then it committed war below. This tree has some other purpose. In the heart of the Nemazir, the corrupted Nemazir, there is still a true account of the Enclave at its heart. And the roots, and indeed the central core, and the branches themselves cease to be organic shapes, and they instead become gruesome animated lances of steel and stone. And you can see that that ring of roots around it harvests leeches from the walls, the materials it needs to launch itself straight up, growing through the ceiling. The central core of it becomes a kind of grinding burr that reaches up through the ceiling along with its sister roots, and it annihilates the ceiling of this chamber. This is no longer a safe place for living things.
Is everyone okay? I can't see.
What'd you do? Walnut picked a library, and then the tree got mad. So I tried to kill you.
So I still have this thing, right?
You have it.
Okay.
You have a seed of the Nemesis.
Is the tree gone?
What? It's not gone, but it is something else. It has taken on its purpose, and it is currently in the process of boring out first this room, and then presumably in a widening, terrifying arc.
Do you want me to drop darkness on you? Do you want to see this?
Oh, remove it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna risk it.
I'm not going to come back in the room at this point.
Okay.
No?
I'm
Well,
gonna-
it was the tree
don't
that
wanna take any
zapped
more
you,
damage?
and the tree's not really there.
I have more D20s back here.
All right, well,
I can
I'm
roll.
considering that. Never mind.
I'm full.
Real quick before we go, is the pool of water still there? Can I make an attempt to snatch some of that water before we go?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You love to collect these fluids everywhere
Yeah.
you go.
Well, if I
Walnut, Dawn
have a
grass.
seed pod
And,
and there's a pool of water
and a
right
pouch
there,
of seeds.
and a pouch
Yeah,
of seeds,
and
Oh,
some
yeah.
vital sap.
and a bag of booze. Listen, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna make,
Walnut sinister suet cakes are coming real soon.
I think Walnut's gonna like build a little friend. and
Let's
try
do a
to
little.
animate
I
it.
got some acrobatic. How would you feel about a 17?
To get water, you
Yeah.
succeed.
Cool. Well, you said that it's like going insane and
Oh, no,
whipping. It's like a whomping willow.
Oh,
but like
yeah,
with
exactly. But you can
knives.
still reach down in here. It's just not a good idea to be in here.
Oh, okay. Well, I did.
Like I say, imagine that the central core, the trunk of this thing,
We're in a blender.
yeah, you are basically at the bottom of a blender,
Yeah.
and it is blending Nemesis.
Come on, Walnut. Come on. Let's get out of here.
My
Come on.
gains- No, I'm joking.
All right, quickly, I eat the
It's like
seed
your
pod.
shake.
Yeah, this is it's making a protein shake. Yeah, I want to run and I want to like as when I get to Dinar, just like be pushing everybody out of the. Be like, nope, I'm sorry. Don't let.
Yep, nope,
My
nope,
bee.
that's bad.
Once we're out of the chamber, does it feel like maybe also next to the chamber is not a good place to go? Like maybe this is not a spectator sport?
It is a progressive revelation that involves the annihilation of this corrupted city. And you are at the epicenter of it. And in fact, as you're running down this this natural tunnel, it is splitting overhead like a pea pod. And you can see daylight.
Oh, we're in as far down as I thought.
I wanna.
You can't see shit.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
popped
fuck
it.
you.
No, I did not.
Oh,
You're running into walls.
we must be way down there. Why is there?
No, and in fact, rubble is falling. I mean, it would not be impossible even from here to get out.
Oh.
I'm playing Marco Polo.
I'm
with
gonna
you.
touch Dinar real quick, and I'm gonna bestow upon him the power of jump. Your jump distance is tripled until the spell ends, and then as stoically as possible, but also like I'm very frightened. I look to Rosie and I go, "Grandma there, Grandma there," and I try and usher you over to Dinar.
Sure.
And
Not
then be
totally
let's-
sure what's going on.
oh, like
grab
let's
you
jump
two?
out of here. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
and we
It's
leave
3
Chris.
times the height
Rocket jump.
to his beautiful dark depths.
Look at that hip
We
hop.
commend him to
You
the
know what?
bosom.
He's happy.
Yeah, this is what he always
What's
wanted.
happening? Just die in darkness.
I've dropped darkness.
Okay.
Then you can come and hang out with us.
Oh, there really is shaking. I thought
Okay, I didn't know.
That was the fear.
right.
That was the terror.
Cthulhu loves like dimness, but is petrified of darkness.
Yeah, that's too
Yeah.
far to go.
He's not afraid of the dim. You know what I mean?
What we doing?
Jumping.
dragon.
Saddle up.
You're here.
All right.
You're
going
All
up.
three of you?
Man?
Yeah, you're
yeah.
strong.
All right.
Yeah, you got strength for days.
I'm strong.
Boy. Strong boy.
You could just hang on to the hem of the robe.
All aboard the strong boy. Grab the hat.
Yeah, 'cause you don't need that much height. Any height that would have been consumed by the additional weight is not what's needed for this purpose. You are running through this thing, and as I say, it splits like this seam. You're granted this spell. You gather everyone toward you, and leap out, and now you are on a street that is being shredded. And if you look back, there's a couple things that you see. First, in the distance, you can see Acq Sheaf's clock tower. And you can see that the broken clock face has begun to spin and wind too fast.
Oh.
Too fast.
This excites me. It's just, he's like, all right.
Too fast.
no good.
You see a light around the base of it, and it just falls.
Whoa.
And then the light ceases. But you can see that this grinding burr that's just ever widening as it takes on minerals and steel and glass. It is just continuing to widen like a flower as it grinds up through the central mound of this city.
Walnut's got to be excited.
So excited at just having brief flashes of what tells it to stop.
No. People are terrified.
Yeah. Screaming. And
They
dying.
are screaming 100% of the
The
time.
brand is strong right now.
Yeah.
This is not a good place to be,
I keep everyone in my arms.
and there's no
Your
there's
big strong arms.
Yeah, there's no way to conceive of it.
Hulk jump us. Like I don't even bother putting it just like like a full city block each jump.
And then this is another strange thing. So imagine that as this mound is pulverized, imagine that like pistils and stamen. Like imagine that it blooms even at the top, and out from it come these arcing steel wires that burst out of the top and then fall down in arcs around itself, and then an additional ring around the city itself.
Oh.
We should grab the cart and maybe go.
Yeah, this thing's on the move.
It's one option. Whatever you'd like to do.
I'm gonna jump us. Can I tell where we are? Do I know where the cart is? Do I know where we started all
Relative,
this?
yeah. You know Acq Sheaf. You can see that this is being
Okay,
pulverized.
Yeah.
You have a sense of where you would need to go, and hopefully it will still be there.
Yeah. All right.
Hope so.
Do you have any interest in staying with Nemazir and finding out who's done this?
I'm not gonna find anything out while I'm screaming this while we're on Dinar.
Yeah, exactly. We're jumping.
I don't think I'm gonna find any information out right now unless I stop this and then just trail off like I would. like there would be any world in which I would stop this.
It's just funny to have like a calm conversation, like while
like
jumping 60 feet in the air, terror, destruction all around us, and
Yeah.
it's just like
But then there's a moment.
no.
There's a moment there.
Sure.
If we can get outside the edge of the city, if we can get outside the edge of.
Well, I guess you guys can.
ci-
I was like, no, hold on.
Oh right.
Go ahead.
This is unnecessary.
New brain, do this. Every episode. Let's just get outside of the border of the city, real quick.
Okay.
with or without our dead horse.
You pull the cart. I'll grab that
Knew it was
corpse.
gonna come to this.
Yeah.
I cast while
Horse
you're
form.
jumping, enhance ability, and I give you the big strength,
Yeah. Equine vigor.
full strength. Now your carrying capacity doubles, and I sure hope that's enough.
Now you're a special horse. Now you're a
I'm
special
gonna
horse
keep
boy.
carrying more and more stuff, jumping away.
No, we're in the cart. You just have to race that cart.
All right.
You're
Just
carrying,
you-
you're
I assume
carrying,
you're gonna
you're carrying
want.
the cart.
At this point, you are actually jumping. The streets are no longer streets that you would walk on or trust.
We can't get the cart.
They are splitting straight down the middle, just like the tunnel. So at this point, you've been reduced to leaping from roof to roof.
It's very cool.
It's the best thing that's ever happened.
Our stuff.
Best campaign of all time. No,
Save
and
the pocket skull.
so you're leaping, and then you can
wands.
see the district, not the hammock district.
Oh,
You can see.
quick nap.
Bam! You just leap into a bed,
Yeah.
and then you're good.
And all spells reset.
No, you can see that these cracks project even unto the edges of this town now, and you can see the cart halfway down in a crack, and you can see Coriander's steel form is probably the only weight that is keeping the cart from disappearing down this crevice.
Dang it, I forgot she's so heavy.
Sweet Coriander.
I didn't.
See, huh?
Saving our butts. All right.
So does it look like there's any chance we can save our cart?
I think so. This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't
anything's
mean
possible.
That doesn't
Cool
mean it's.
things.
I
that
question if
doesn't-
I could do it. I might have to
Yeah.
drop you kiddos off at the pool.
That's fine.
That means taking a poop.
No, it doesn't. It's what a good parent does. And then the kids go swimming.
You
yeah.
leave them in the pool
Unsupervised.
unsupervised?
Yeah.
There's
It's
a lifeguard.
aerobic.
Yeah, there's a lifeguard.
It's cardiovascular.
Yeah.
It's a whole body exercise. So even now in this district, now that there's the central core of these wires and this external core, this other circle around that central ring, now they seem to be hitting random places.
Okay, so we need to move quick.
It's just sending them out.
How far are we from getting out of all this? From where the cart is and where safety,
You assume the
perimeter
rim
safety.
is, yeah.
You would be able to get out of here fairly quickly if you had a strong means of getting
Dragonborn.
out. Yeah, exactly. One of these
Could I throw a metal horse that far?
one of these tensile projections from the Nemazir core lands in front of the cart and strikes Coriander. And Coriander dies again.
Really? Oh, I get it.
And she goes, ah! And she's alive the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She comes back to life just
terrible.
long enough to die again.
I'd feel betrayed by you.
I quit.
But now that you see one close, now that you see one of these wires close by, you can see that it's almost like the end of a pea vine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There is a clever nature to it.
Uh-oh.
So when it lands
Not good.
and strikes, you can see some of the vital sap that you had collected before. You assume trying to harmonize this area. You assume that it is preparing, almost like terraforming the city of Nemazir.
Oh, yeah.
But the metal frame of Coriander is filling with this vital sap.
Nice. It's like the end of Star Trek 2.
And
Or the start of
Yeah.
Star
Yeah,
Trek 3.
with those birds.
I never saw it. no.
and you can see the
no.
seams. You can see inside the seams between the limbs on the neck. You can see and hear vines and growth tightening inside the metal form.
Okay. I mean, all in favor of just seeing how this plays out
I'm following you, Capitan.
into the dark. Well, I don't know what's going on with Coriander, but I think that we should just try and grab our cart so we have a hope of getting home and getting out of here.
Sure.
Yeah. Can we strap Dinar to the front of the cart?
Well, I could also
I
just.
could throw it. How about I throw it?
I was going to say, like,
How about everyone gets in and I
you're
throw
like,
it?
I could just grab it and run for it. No, lash him to it. Wear the yoke. Do the whole thing.
God damn it!
Make horse
Blind-
noises.
blind-
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Run faster.
You see another
Whip.
of these wires
go.
strikes a home straight through the window, and then you can see just a few seconds later, vines and plants spreading out along the outside of the house.
It's like the fountain.
Oh, okay. Real ones?
Real ones.
Oh yeah, we gotta go. This is amazing, and I want to let it happen. So I want to run down there, and I say, "Dinar, are you gonna pull this thing, or am I gonna pull this?"
Everyone get in the cart.
And you're gonna throw it.
I'll pull it. Everyone get in the cart. Throw Coriander on top.
Coriander is trying desperately to get
Coriander.
to her feet.
I think.
All right.
Turn into a bear.
Bear form.
Let her ride on you.
But one of its feet is in a crack. It's just like
All right.
Rosie
I'll-
is pulling on this foot.
give it to
Doesn't
me.
matter what else. Oh,
yeah.
strength check? Was
Strength
that what you
check,
want?
please.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything for Coriander.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
will.
it's a 17.
Yeah. Just so gentle. Just here. You know what? I'm gonna give this moment to you. Tell me how it goes.
Okay, I'm panicking, and I'm not a strong person, and but I run super fast into the crack. I know that there's vines happening, but Coriander
adrenaline.
is my best friend, and I see that she's trapped, and I got my got my little hands around her scraggly, stupid little foot, and I'm yanking on it. I'm like, "Girl, you gotta help me out," and she goes, and I'm like, come on, you can do it. And I look back, and there's vines. They're taking over the street. I can see them start to come toward the cart, and I know Dinar needs help. And I'm like, we gotta go, Coriander. And she goes, and she pulls with me, and I free her.
Exactly right. So she pulls her foot up out, and you are just holding on to the leg.
Yeah.
And so you see Coriander, full height, majestic, sun shining off of the bronze plates. You can see in the seams. You can see tiny leaves beginning to sprout, and she pulls the cart out of the hole, and then waits dutifully.
right.
Yeah, I just like almost too slowly get on the top of the cart. Like, oh.
I throw my own body into the cart as fast as I can.
I'm crying.
I
I'm
was
holding on to
screaming
her,
at this.
weeping, but I pull myself together immediately, and I get in the front of the cart.
Ready to go. Take up your classic.
Cracked.
Your
Yeah.
classic realm.
Yes.
Marvelous. Is the nap already happening, Dinar? Or?
I can jump super far, and now I'm super strong, so I can just
Maybe you
outpace
like
it
beat
now.
us.
I'm just like, I'll cover
no,
the
dude.
flank.
No, like you never stopped.
No.
So you're leaping around.
Don't.
Let's have this be true because it's fucking amazing. So imagine a scenario. Imagine a
live it as
scenario
long
where
as
this
I
was,
can.
and it's just it's power, horsepower,
Yeah.
pulling the front of this cart. Like you've never had command of this type of pull power, and it is she is pulling this thing through these tight twists. I'm gonna need some dexterity for you to get out of here.
That's not a problem.
Oh yeah.
That might be a problem. It's a 9.
Oh yeah.
Should I take advantage on that? Is that gonna be a tough one?
You can.
All right, let's do that. 17.
Yep, absolutely. So you are coming around this tight, because as I described before, that some of these roads and streets are really based on the capillary sort of structure inside of a leaf.
For sure.
And so some of them are very, very tight. You scrape part of the side off, the spoiler is peeled straight off the top.
Oh, it was so cool.
It gets caught on the edge. You can just jump back and get it. How do you want to play this, Dinar
true.
Blitzen?
Bye.
Boing.
Die for a
So-
spoiler.
I'm not gonna die for a spoiler.
It gets twisted
I'll
off.
die for the skull.
It gets pulled off, twisted off. He's like, it's on for a little bit. You're like, you know what? We'll fix it when we get back. No, it catches another side of the edge of the building. That spoiler is gone. It is gone. It falls on the ground. The ground opens up. Spoiler goes, no. Closes up. The spoiler shoes.
I love the spoiler continues down. There was a cleft all the way down
Yeah.
to the Underdark, as deep as you can get.
No. And then
Right
it
into your room.
no. And then it lands on the elder brain. So now you have a psychic elder brain with a cool spoiler.
Oh, I see.
It's the best.
He's like, oh, no.
Hey, you know what? I can do this. So the cart bursts from this back road out into the main vein down the middle of the leaf. You can see various forces of the city, for some inconceivable reason, trying to keep people in. But you are basically at the gate now, and they are trying to close the front gate of this city.
Who's that? Wait,
Are people
who's
trying to
they?
get out?
These are the city guard that you've seen. You think you might even occasionally see a daughter of Maleth in the day.
Hell no.
What?
Are there people trying to get out?
It's-
Like this is.
They are trying to get out, and they are trying to close the gate.
Do we see
Well,
like
I'm gonna
fat
try to scoop up
halflings
some
on the
kids.
floor?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to save people on my way out. Yeah.
Well, you could probably bounce right over the gate, right?
Yeah, just keep
But
bouncing back and
rich
forth.
kids.
yeah,
Ones that
the
you
rich
can
kids.
ransom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that are
wealth.
most valuable, yeah, because their
Absolutely.
dead parents will pay a lot.
Yeah, you're snatching up. You're snatching up people going back and forth. You are barreling toward a closing gate.
All right,
Can we blast this gate?
let's blast
Let's-
it.
what can I
Ass
do?
blast this game.
Magic missile. Oh no, I'm supposed to do that.
All right, give me
More
a
stars
a
again.
dexterity
Going away.
check. And then after you get a dexterity check, tell me how you are going to try to pierce this gate.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get by with a little help from my friends, hopefully. My dex check is 15,
I like it.
and I'm also going to roll intimidation.
Whoa.
And just scream. Oh,
Whoa.
no.
Hey,
Lucky.
lucky,
I'm
y'all.
lucky halfling. That's a
Hey.
21.
Luckiest halfling on earth.
That's
yeah,
better.
Yeah, that's much better. So my dex is a 15, my intimidation's a 21. As we are barreling toward these gates, a sound comes out of me, the likes of which you would not have thought could happen.
It was in there.
It is wordless. It is a combination of terror and joy, the combination of coriander being revived and the city destroying itself. And from Rosie's tiny, frail body, you hear as we approach the gate. That's all she's got.
Sounded blood roaring.
Basically, I mean, imagine just like the prow of a ship cutting through the water. Guards are trying to create a scenario where Rosie Beestinger and her best friend do not escape, and they are not. There's nothing they can do against this steel horse, bronze horse.
Right.
Coriander, right at the just the slit where they're trying to shut this thing down. The hooves just, bam, straight down. It swings wide. People are pouring out on either side of the cart behind you, and the Desserin Valley branch of Acquisitions Incorporated, the inheritors of Initiative C, have escaped Nemazir.
I've got arms full of children.
Yeah, you're dropping
And
them
I'm
off. You're running along.
This
Yeah.
rescue sponsored by Acquisition Incorporated.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like pointing to the logo.
Exactly. So,
Do you have like a collections
Yeah.
bucket, like donations for our services?
a couple more jumps, and you should be able to catch up with the cart.
Okay. I put the kids down,
Yeah,
and then I catch up. Say, I hope your parents got out. Boop.
jump.
I put the kids down at the crest.
Yeah.
of the parabola.
So there's a point at which the cart sort of lists a little bit to the right, like quickly, and you can see that Dinar is attached to the side. Cthulhu Straub is able to open the door for him, and he gets in the side of the cart, and it closes. Is everybody in their traditional
I immediately go to sleep.
Oh,
venue?
so strong.
Yeah, but I'm looking back at Nemazir like folding in on
Yeah, and
itself.
in fact, you can see now there's even more of these extensions coming out from the Nemazir itself, and it is surrounded in a perimeter, like exactly along the outer edge of the city.
I'm gonna drive. I drive the cart to a vantage point that is high enough that Walnut can get like the dopest view of everything that's
It's
happening.
like, yeah, this is like my Death Star blowing up. Like, I wanna-
Yeah.
Exactly. I
Like
know
the
you want
ring.
like a front row seat.
Do a
But yeah, I
painting.
get us to where we're safe, and then I get to a point where you
There's
can
already
see,
somebody.
you can like eat all of this up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coriander has been through a lot,
To say
and
the least.
she's pawing, and like instantly, that this is. She's worked hard for you,
Right.
and she is hungry and thirsty.
Okay. I'm going to offer her conventional. I'll unhitch her from the cart and take her over to a spot where she can get some nice grass. She's not into that so much anymore.
Dude, she wants blood now.
It's made out of metal.
No,
made out of metal. What is
no,
metal?
she
Metal and
is.
leaves.
I don't know.
She is
Humans?
walking around. She doesn't mind the grass,
Okay.
but she doesn't. It's not going to work.
Okay. I look around. I offer her my
Talk to her?
arm.
Yeah.
No,
She's not. Whew, okay, not a carnivore.
just licks.
Okay.
But
It's very sweet.
There's a tongue. It's just a cool leaf.
Okay.
Can I talk?
Brushes
She's got
over
to
you.
speak to animals. Oh.
She's a plant horse now.
Yeah. If you had to speak with plants, it'd be a different story.
She might be hungry for water or
No.
sunshine.
So she is walking back and she sniffs the air
Okay.
and she walks back toward the cart.
Okay.
She
There's
eats
something in
carts
the cart that she wants.
Yeah, she's like tapping the door.
Okay, I open the door.
She puts her this horse head comes in.
Snoot.
Yeah, that sneezy E.
Yeah.
And it's snuffing around your coin purse.
What you got in there?
I got a lot. I got coin on me from one of these here adventures.
It's like snuffling, and then it puts a couple smooth, cool licks against the side of the coin pouch.
Open it up.
Feed her a
I
coin.
got a gold piece.
That's it. Oh, that's what she wants.
That's what she
all right.
wants. She eats gold.
She eats
Oh
gold.
boy.
That's what she's into.
Oh, that ain't gonna be good.
And,
Does,
I'm like, did
champagne
one do
taste?
it?
Yeah.
There's two more.
No, but she's not rude about it.
Oh,
But she's
okay.
not
Of course,
like.
yeah.
It isn't like a bag of oats. You know
Right.
what I mean? It isn't
Yeah.
like.
Right.
But
Let's hear her out.
Coriander eats
Do we put him in a slit in her back?
going.
It's like a piggy
eats
bank.
coins.
I want to know what she shits.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, give us time. Maybe
It's
we
just
could.
regular poop.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Shit. Like platinum.
Nope.
Okay.
This is going to really cut into our profits if Omen's taking a 60%
Lead.
cut and Coriander's taking a 60% cut.
5 gold coins later, she appears to be satisfied.
Okay. We might be able to expense it. It is a travel expense.
That's true. You're right.
That's the ultimate.
She's a
Price of
metal.
gas went up.
She's a
That's
metal
the
plant.
ultimate.
This is a business vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. This is a business. I want you tracking your miles.
That's true. Okay, fair
So
enough.
subtract
We'll
those 5
expense it.
coins. There,
Yeah.
hordes person.
Don't worry, I'll expense it.
I look at you and I look at Coriander. I'm like, she's worth it. Okay.
So people are still. It's like because right now this is your secret.
That's right.
Yeah, no, 5 is not bad. Like, it's a good horse.
But
the
you're
price.
looking down.
I don't know.
You're looking down at the city. You can see people are still pouring out the front. Any attempt to stop this is gone. But the city itself is not visible.
Oh, okay. Great. What
It is.
happened?
It is completely cocooned
Yes.
in this wire.
The wire, is it like a bundt cake
Yes.
tin? Like it just,
True.
Expressionless.
I'm just waiting for the hug to drop because I know Jerry's like, I don't know if you're nice enough to like let Walnut actually have this victory here.
Well, I don't know. Come back in a couple weeks.
seems pretty complete.
Come back
So
in a couple
far.
weeks and see what happened. All right, so
Yeah.
we got to let it incubate. Meanwhile, I just want to say I still have the seed pod of the Nemazir.
Good. You're gonna need it.
Plan another one.
Okay.
You also have the other seeds, which Jerry said that we could ask him about this round.
Yeah, real quick. I have the seeds. Do I feel like this is a place for them? My bag of seeds from the Stream of Annihilation.
Yeah. Do you want to try to plant some?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. I want to plant
this is
all of
perfect.
them. This
Yeah.
is perfect. Okay, so this is an area that used to, as just
This
to
is holy
recap,
ground.
This is holy ground. These used to be not only, this is like Walnut's place. This is the Enclave's place. So
This is where she grew up, or do we know that?
Yeah.
yeah, we know
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Y'all know that.
Okay.
So I think at this point she would like to take the bag of seeds. I'm gonna regret this. Take the bag of the vital glowy ooze. Put them together, shake it, and then just start throwing them.
Just Johnny Appleseed it around. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, just like because she's not gonna plant them. It's like nature's gonna grow the ones that are meant to grow, and she makes it rain on the place below with
Do
the
you want?
seeds.
Can Rosie help by like covering them all with dirt, or are you feeling like they
That's
don't
fine.
need that?
They don't. I don't think they need
Okay.
that.
Okay.
It's like a maple seed.
So the vital sap. I love having as many opportunities as I've had the last few weeks to say vital sap
It's good.
over and over
I
again.
wrote it as bag of ooze.
No,
in
that's
my
insufficient.
thing.
So
Disrespectful.
Thanks.
so Rosie is mounding earth
yeah, sure.
over these seeds, and they grow quickly. Like more quickly even than you expect.
Oops. More quickly than you would expect for magic seeds.
Even more quickly.
That bar was high.
Even more quickly.
Okay.
And what is grown out of them, not every one of them germinates. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much that the environment can support in this zone. But 3 pods do grow. And imagine them almost like bassinets. Imagine that a frond, a healthy, strong support comes, and then growing out in a kind of bassinet is a dryad.
Oh, snap. For real?
For real.
These are really good seeds.
Did you use them all?
Yeah.
Wow, dryads.
Whoa!
So there are 3 of them.
There are 3 dryads.
There are 3 of them here, and they are growing quickly.
Maybe we should leave them to what they do. Well, it's like I don't know if I mean,
They're going to be a mother.
Yeah, like I'm not going to be responsible for them. This is their forest now. They're going to be wardens of this place in the Enclave's stead, and that's how Walnut resolves that for
The
herself.
wind, so the bassinets are just sort of gently swaying in the breeze of this hill.
Can I examine one of these dryad babies?
Yeah, sure.
What do I see?
You
I
see-
want to go up and peer over the edge of this bassinet.
Yeah, it looks like a baby, a halfling baby. I mean, very small.
Right.
Just folded in, almost like imagine a combination of a baby and a Brussels sprout. There's a lot to like.
It's an Ann Geddes portrait.
There's a lot to like with the vegetables in
Oh
there.
yeah, we love that.
Nice.
Bee costume. No.
But they're growing while we're watching them, right?
Yeah.
How quickly?
How long?
Very.
How
They're
long
already
before they're
talking
teenagers?
back.
Let's go. Teenagers, you have about 5 minutes. You're gonna deal with all this shit.
I don't want to fight them. And I don't want them to imprint
Leave
on
now,
us.
then. Leave
Let's
now.
go. Let's go.
We should go. They're the new wardens of this place,
Exactly.
and may they
Okay.
kill any straggling townspeople. Sorry.
I'd like to whisper a little secret something over each of these 3.
Oh, I like
Dryads.
this. They will
They guys
need these secrets.
It is a sort of a blessing of shadow that they can use to their protection in case Nemazir ever returns. That's awesome.
I like everything about it. So your horse, well fed, well compensated
Yeah.
for its labors.
Gastrically.
Indeed. You are able to pull the cart. There are other carts of varying sizes pulling out, still skidding out of the place and then finding the main road going north, going south. You can see a trading cart sort of up at the fork, looks over the city, decides that that's not a good place to go, puts the cart back on the north road to head north, maybe to Jannar or Scala, one of the northern cities.
Do you want to take the road sign as like a souvenir?
I was actually just thinking, like, what do I want to write on the road sign? Yeah, no, I want to take the road sign.
Nice for your room.
Yes, I want
Nice.
to take it.
I love it. Yeah, you're welcome to take it. It attacks you. You're annihilated.
It's a mimic.
No, but I do want to say,
Yeah.
I do want to flavor our departure just real quick.
No, come in.
And I want to look out over the, what was Nemazir, and long before that was, the EPA's ancestral home, but more importantly, like where Walnut grew up. And she just whispers a few, just little words to herself, but almost. That's really sad. Like a final farewell to her fallen like sisters and mother and grandmother, great grandmother, and many, 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 many more beyond that.
And this is as the cart is pulling away?
Yeah, but just like she's up on the roof by herself. Like,
Yeah.
You can take the sign.
You hear a voice that says, that's very touching.
is that Elder Brian?
You don't think so?
I hear a voice, a real
With you on
voice.
top of the cart.
Is it Pop Pop? Is it Hip Hop?
Monsieur
Popo?
Pop-Pop?
Who do
No,
I?
it isn't the mouse.
Who do I see?
It looks exactly like the statue that you saw in the statuary garden
The guy?
of Nemazir.
Yeah.
The villain?
Mendes Vale.
Yes.
Oh.
Where is he?
He's with me?
He's with you on top of the cart.
Do I perceive him to be? Can I see? Is he real or is it a? Can I? Walnut's like, how dare you? I was getting like no closure in the death of everyone I care about.
He teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid.
Oh, yoy. What is my perception? Oh, so that's a 13. Is he real?
You don't detect anything out of the ordinary. This seems like there's a person on the.
And I say, I recognize him from the statue, and I say, you. And then I don't know, try and attack him, I guess.
Go for it.
Okay.
Huh. What's his posture up there? Is he just
And I
relaxing?
hope that I say it loud enough so that the rest of my team hears that I've said, you.
Okay.
Me?
No.
Same one.
No, I'm going to attack him with my
Heavy sleeper.
my cool tree sword. So that would be a plus. What is normally this stuff? What is my normal thing? Oh, it's +5. Woof. Nope, 9. Anyway, so I just kind of swipe at him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you. Ha!
It just goes immediately through his entire torso, and then finds purchase in the roof.
Oops.
Rosie
And
hears.
he's watching the. He looks back and watches the town.
I go. You caused this.
Did I?
Didn't you?
I didn't invent the Nemazir.
Who did?
You're complicit in this. The Nemazir is a tool used by the witches of the Enclave to assault the Underdark. I took a weapon and turned it into a city. A city that you destroyed. But it does grow from a seed. So there may be franchise opportunities.
Well, because why did you make this city? What do you want? What did you stand to gain from this?
This time, it was an interesting experiment. I serve an entity far greater than this world. And I need to discern ways to serve her better. And if that means I fail on occasion, her power is sufficient to absorb it.
And Walnut says, do you serve the betrayer?
That's a point of view.
And I say,
I serve Malith.
just even hearing the word, she's like, she has the overwhelming urge to punch an incorporeal person. And I say, so what? What are you here to do now? Gloat? I won this round.
Honestly, I'm impressed. And given your lineage, maybe success is a family business. And he winks out.
What?
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 It's that dirty boy up there.
And
What?
I say, was that all to me? Was that to me? I heard like parts of that. Was that us? You okay?
He said, my daddy's successful,
Yeah.
and that's why I am.
That's me?
No, I say to the group, I say, I think we should probably talk when we get back to base.
Later,
Did Rosie hear this exchange since she's outside, by the way? Like DM? That's up to you.
you heard her talking to herself.
Okay, I didn't hear the other side. Got it. Got it. Okay.
Oh, I'm crazy.
Yeah. This wacky old walnut, she's going to do her up there.
She's just nothing. You know what I mean?
She had a big day.
Yeah, it was a big day.
She's
Yeah.
just nutting around.
No, so
Drug trip.
I
Exploded City.
yeah, we did. So I'll
There's a welcome breeze from the south on top of the cart. A little snake winds its way out of your satchel and just tastes the tip of your nose.
Comfort snake.
Oh, I look at him and I go, oh, I really got to name you.
But I'm gonna kill you soon.
No, I'm turning over a new leaf.
A leaf-shaped city.
You know what? I'm just gonna real quick, because I've got nothing else to do today while we're driving in. I'm gonna speak with animals real quick to the snake, and I'm gonna go.
Sure.
I go, friend.
Friend.
Did you see the other
Friend
man that was
snake?
here?
I heard him.
Do you know anything about him?
Where was he?
He was right here.
Here? And snakes over there.
Yeah, right here.
Sort of coils up, tastes the air a few times, curls around, tastes the air over here, says, there was a man here.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. There was a man here. The image of a man.
Are you certain?
Well, just
He's
'cause-
tasting and tasting.
No.
Real man.
Maybe?
There was prey here.
Well, yes. Yes, there was.
Where's the prey?
Gone.
We will find more prey.
That's true. That's very true.
Thanks, Snake.
Snake comforts.
Yeah.
It's the best it could be.
Okay, that's the product, right?
Yeah.
There'll be more prey.
There's more prey.
That's real good. Anyway, and then
That's what I want from a snake.
The instant of a
Anyway.
dumb chocolate is that what you said?
and I pull out the carcass of a cranium rat that Dinar just pulverized when he was walking up the stairs and give it to the snake.
Oh.
So, here, take this.
It-
Crack open a cold one.
it's-
With the voice.
There's something about it that is not prey.
Oh. And I dangle it around a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
like, this?
Make it dance.
I hear this is a problem with snakes.
Crawls back into the bag.
That's right.
He's not into it. Okay. That's all I got.
Yeah.
We should go back to town.
Yeah,
back to town.
Let's go back to Red Larch.
You can.
We can't?
You can.
No.
No.
I was like, one more!
What's happening?
No, it's okay. You won.
Okay.
You won.
We did win.
So but you obviously have to go through Westbridge first.
Sure.
Oh, right.
But you don't stay.
Oof. Yeah.
Pop in, see your
Passing
friends.
through.
Oh.
Passing through.
You. It's been that type of thing. You consider just going. Just go, all night.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I would imagine
the
there's
light.
not any room at Westbridge right now anyway.
yeah, it's pretty packed up.
Yeah. Anybody else?
You got out of
who's-
there. You got out of there first. I mean, if you were gonna get
yeah.
lodgings, it'd probably
Sure.
be for the sea.
Well, let's go back.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I need some statuary.
Nemazirian refugees.
Yeah, you pull in. You pull in through the on the long road through the north entrance into Red Larch. You can see the just the comforts of this place. You can see the old quarry off to the left. You could continue all the way down the main road, take a left at Welver's, and pull around that corner and get to the Drawn Courtier. But there's another road to the left almost immediately once you get into town. And you roll through. You see there's a few children who try to stay in front of the cart too long, and then they make their jump and congratulate each other off to the edge.
You kids.
Exactly. You pull back, you see the comforting Drawn and Courtier sign with its small subsign of Acquisitions Incorporated attached below. Midday here at the DNC. Not a whole lot of activity.
The DNC.
DNC. Audra is not playing today. It's entirely possible. She was described as operating sort of the castle circuit, playing for courts and kings. That's where that's where she's at.
She's cool like that.
That's where she's at. You see a tired prophetess drawn behind the bar.
Extra tired? More tired than normal?
No.
Just par for the course.
You think that she has been at work all day. and there's not really much there isn't really anybody else to help with it.
What up, Prof?
Can I offer to like take a shift for her so she can get some rest?
She looks at you like she doesn't understand the language you're talking about.
I see. Well, I thought maybe
It's not rude.
right.
She's just trying to process the language.
She lives behind that counter.
This-
this is her bed. Is
She
back
might have
there.
a pillow back there,
Right,
for all
yeah.
you know.
I just thought I'd offer if she could maybe take a.
And
quick
she
rest.
says, "You can start front of the house."
You got it.
And I'm already giving you a room upstairs, so there's no pay. At least not at first.
It's fine.
What can you cook?
I have a whole suite of halfling recipes that have been quite a hit in my family. Like, I can do a mutton stew that'll fire your socks right off.
Okay.
I got sandwiches, PB&Js. If we ever have little ones in here, I know how to make all kinds of stuff like mac and
I got
cheese.
mac and cheese.
Yep.
Mac and cheese.
The
Yep.
kids menu. Mac
Yeah.
and cheese nuggets.
Pigs in a
Mac and
blanket?
cheese nuggets. Yep. We got ice cream sundaes. I know how to make a good one. This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Can you do a cinnamon cake?
Yes.
This is not for the guests.
Oh, absolutely. You should have asked sooner.
Is it your birthday?
I'm delighted to. Yeah, I put brown sugar and butter in there in such a way that you won't think it's non-magical, but it is.
All right. She says, okay. Brings you back. I mean, just right around the corner. So I don't know if I've described it as well as I should have. So let me help you. The door to the drawn-in corridor opens, and immediately once you come in, the bar is right there to the left. The open area is to the right. There is a stove, a stage, and a painting over the stove of 3 children. But behind that bar to the left, you get behind the bar by going past it and in.
Okay.
Behind there is a fairly simple larder, but anything that you would use to cook and bake is going to be behind that, and then around there's an area that's not visible from the open front of the house.
Am I impressed with the accoutrement?
This is definitely
setup?
country kitchen tier. It's well maintained,
Okay.
and it's well stocked, but it's not kingly in any
That's fine.
sense.
Second question,
This is a grandma's
excellent.
accoutrement.
Second question, is there a footstool so I can reach the human-sized implements in the kitchen?
You may have to get a chair from out front.
Okay, I'll do that. And then I'm going to start cooking me a cinnamon cake, big enough for me and all my best friends to share.
Nice. You see that she pulls a glass of beer for herself and then sets another one back there with you. And then she leaves the back of the bar. And then she goes out and sits down in the front room of her own inn and raises a glass to the picture of the 3 children over the fireplace.
Rosie's singing what sounds like probably a very bawdy song from the back, but like
with the words, or is it just like the hums, or is it like the
it's
full meal deal?
It's the hums and then one like real
Every
nasty
now and
word
then.
will come out. Yeah, like and you guys are like,
But it's like,
did she really?
No special emphasis.
No,
It's just like
no.
it's
It's those
fine.
are the only words that she
It's fine.
remembers.
Is there any business you would like to file away?
I submit the report about our adventure, leaving out any details that have to do with
The symbol.
Malith and the symbol. Yes. Even our altercations, I just say unnamed cultists. The other thing is I file an expense report for the 5 gold. And I also file a official report on the payment discrepancy.
Did you?
Yes.
What?
Because it turns out head office
The
took...
snake helped you with math.
Yes.
That's right.
The snake helped me with math.
Yeah, he's just like.
Right.
Yes, he helped me. And with my cursive.
Absolutely. So you're up in your room.
Yeah.
Is that where your satchel is? You're
Yeah, I'll
going to
just go
work
up
on your
there.
desk?
Sure.
Absolutely. So in your room, there is a Documancer's satchel that has scrolls in it, and you know these scrolls quite well. These are scrolls that represent gainful employment, paid work throughout the realms.
Oh, delivery.
Indeed.
Do you want to tell me what? Can I open one up to see what it says?
Absolutely. One of them says, in 1 month's time, at the very top of it, in exquisite script, it says, Dinar Blitzen is to report to Scala in 1 month's time. And you can see that the value of this job is 1 gold piece. There is a note at the bottom of it that says 1 gold piece was the minimum value I could place on this job, and I will expect it returned to me.
God.
There are 2 more scrolls
Okay.
inside.
Pass.
What up? Not doing that
There are
one.
2 more scrolls.
It's gonna cost 5 gold pieces just to get that goddamn horse over there.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
There are 2 more scrolls. One scroll
Yes.
says,
I'm ready.
crack the vault of the Horde. And you've heard of the Horde. The Horde is a somewhat tawdry novelty casino operated by lizard folk in the shape of a giant dragon's head.
Ocean's 11.
Oh, it's amazing.
The
Yes.
second job says protect the vault of the Horde.
Awesome.
Whoops.
Sweet. What's the
party.
value on both?
Both of those are 500 gold apiece.
Oh, we are splitting the party for that.
We are definitely
Stay
splitting that.
Oh, Shadow Council, I pray that our labors today have pleased you. Hang around for a little bit. I'm going to take full advantage of the potty facilities. When I come back, we'll break some stuff down. Don't go anywhere.